The other thing that we need to see is how our law enforcement officials are being trained in this. And how do they know that this bill has been passed? What's the dissemination process? What's the training process? And what is the process for making sure that anyone who now comes foul of this law is investigated and tried?
I think the other side of it for me would be the public, people on the ground, people who could be victims of alleged police brutality and torture and abuse of force are the ones who need to know that this Torture Act is now in place and it's there to protect me. I'm not aware that a lot is being done currently by the police or the government or the justice authorities to promote this awareness around this act.
Absolutely. I mean, had you heard about the fact that we've passed this law, which is, it's a big deal.
Yeah, no, I heard that it was coming to Parliament.
Exactly.
And it's been going on for quite a long time.
Exactly.
That is now in existence. I just found out from you this morning.
Exactly, and it's good news. We should celebrate that. The next step in this road, of course, is the optional protocol, to ratify the optional protocol for the UN Convention Against Torture, which looks at a national preventative mechanism. And that national preventative mechanism is an oversight body.
Okay.
And so it strengthens the role and transparency of institutions such as IPID, such as JIGS, which really need that help.
In this article I'm having in my hand that you wrote some time back, you argue that police brutality and the abuse of force actually undermines the criminal justice system. How so?
Well, you and I, we have to comply out of our own free will with the law in order for the rule of law to prevail in this society. We have to understand, why must I not cross at a red light? Why is murder bad? And if the visible authorities, the police authorities, if we think that they're unjust, if we think that they're unfair and we're never going to get a decent shot, we will then become less likely to comply and we'll become more likely to break the law.
So we lose faith in the whole criminal justice system.
Yes, exactly. We need to see that it's just, decent and fair. And if our police resources are directed too much at petty crime, first of all, it distracts from the major crimes. In 2012, 52% of arrests were for crimes less serious than shoplifting. Less serious than shoplifting.
And things like loitering, for
Loitering, and urinating in public. So if by that logic, 52% of all our resources are going towards picking up people who are shoplifting or loitering, that means that only 48% of our forces are being deployed to look at really serious crimes.
You are not saying, advocating that loitering and shoplifting are not crimes, but the effort must be directed appropriately.
Appropriately, exactly. And every time we pick somebody up for a slight misdemeanor, their trust in the system is lessened. And so they become more aggressive. They become more likely to commit a crime. And also, that's obviously worsened if they've been badly treated by the police and the system as a whole.
You deserve to know more.
eNCA.com